Sperry's in the background. Sperry photobomb.
The Chainsaw Massacre is outside our window.
Yeah, it sounds like a chainsaw out there. That doesn't sound like a leaf blower. Maybe they
I
are.
think somebody's cutting a tree down or something.
They're probably trimming a palm tree.
There's no palm trees out there.
There's nobody has a palm tree in their front yard?
No.
Everybody has palm trees in their backyard, but none in the front.
Nobody has one in their front yard. I'm going to go investigate.
Anyway, what's up, y'all? How y'all doing? So, this is the last round, part 2. I'm sitting in a really awkward spot right now. The sun is hitting me right in the fucking face. Part 2. So, this is going to be the last round. Until I don't know when. I mean, I know in the last video she said that we might do one this year. I don't know. I'm kind of doubtful on that.
Maybe, yeah, I know. I'm just saying maybe if you guys see it. They're next door. They're just shaping the bushes.
Yeah.
It's funny because we have a gardener thing every part 2, it seems like.
Yeah.
Ours come every like 2 weeks, and our neighbors next to us come every 2 weeks, but it's never on the same weekend, so we hear it every Saturday. So
And it's really bad when it's right outside the window. That is like the one thing that will fuck me up while I'm trying to work.
Yeah.
If I'm in the middle of a reading and I'm zoned in and I'm with the flow and I'm flowing and then I hear right outside the window, it fucks me up, dude. I'm like, oh my God, I can't think.
Okay. So I have our list here. I appreciate everybody being patient. If you were on our part 1 and had to wait for part 2, sometimes that happens. Let me get this going here. The chat. Oops. Oh no. Oh, here we go. We are accepting questions for the live if you wanted to get one. This is literally last call, so I don't think we don't do part 3.
Yeah, I'm gonna go grab something real quick.
So I'm gonna add that into the comments here. Oh my gosh. I'm on Rich's thing, so I'm gonna have to switch, but that is me. It says I'm on mine, but then when I go comment, it's like on yours. I'm on my channel.
I don't know, dude.
Weird beard.
Weird beard.
Let me see. No, see, it says it's I'm on you. Well, if I respond to you under his name, obviously it's not Rich. He's right next to me. You'll see him not typing. So I'll just be responding on his account, I guess. All right. So, I should probably close that window. Let me just get started reading this one. I don't know how to say this name. Silagia?
Technologia.
Silagia? Who's a Libra? Will my ex, Nadine, and her family leave me finally alone for good this time, or will something be coming again?
Okay, so this sounds like an on and off thing. Let me just see if the soul contract is completed successfully. Ooh, Hierophant reversed. Well, I didn't really expect that, but it is telling me that you're being tested. Something about this is a test. Tower card. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So, soul contract and everything is completed successfully, but this is a test somehow, some way. With the 8 of Cups reversed, 5 of Pentacles reversed, it's likely that something is going to continue popping up until you pass the test. What's the test? I don't know. And even if I did know, I can't tell you because it's a test. The funny thing about being tested, though, is that if you haven't learned the lesson, it doesn't matter what I tell you, you're not going to pass that test. If you have learned the lesson, it doesn't matter what I tell you, you'll pass that test. But that's what's been going on here. Okay. That's interesting. Didn't expect that. I guess let's see the second spread then. King of Swords. Ace of Swords. Judgment Moon card. Yeah. 8 of Cups reversed. Death reversed again. So I'm thinking, I don't know what it is you're talking about here or what is the dealio, Emilio, but 5 of Wands, 8 of Cups reversed, Death reversed. No, I'm thinking that something's probably going to continue to pop. And there's the testing card again, too. Something's probably going to continue to pop up until you pass the test. I don't know the details of your situation. I don't know what you're being tested on. I don't know what's going on, but remember not to conflate lessons with being tested. First, you learn the lesson, and then you're tested. Some people like to conflate those, and there are two different things. So from the sounds of it, it sounds like an on and off thing that keeps repeating the same cycle.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it sounds like. So
it is, because look, that's who it is. It's this person. You've done readings for them.
Okay.
But don't say the name.
So 10 of Swords. So it's some kind of test. Somehow, some way. That's all I really know. So I don't know what it is, but I would imagine that it's you're being asked to take a look at something and do something differently. I just don't know what that would be. So it's about all I can say about that.
Yeah, please don't come in here with political stuff or I'm just going to remove you.
Just remove them.
Yeah, but some people, we don't just remove them. They don't. I mean, if they didn't do anything wrong. Just asking to please be respectful because we're not here to cause any rifts.
We're not here to talk about politics.
Riff-raffs.
This is about spirituality, learning the nature of energy, learning the nature of your energy.
It's okay.
That's what
they said. Sorry, so it's okay. Okay, so next we have Teacher Girl, who is a Cancer. What will the outcome between me and the person I'm in separation with? Initial M, be super strong connection, but we went our separate ways. Came back together later, lasted a few months, but wasn't over an ex, and things got messy. So I put up boundaries. Is a contract, if it was that clear, or any future outcome. Currently no contact. I'm trying to let it go and move on, but having a hard time.
Yeah, it's going to take a long time. You don't just let go and move on. If you ever find yourself just letting go of something and moving on from it, that's not good. That means that you buried it and repressed it. The true healing process is not fun. It's messy and it sucks. Well, let's look at the soul contract. Knight of Wands. Judgment in the upright. Yep. That is a completed soul contract. Yep. So, okay. Yep, completed soul contract. I mean, soul contract aside, 9 times out of 10, attempted reconciliation results in a repeat cycle. 9 times out of 10. And there's a lot of energetic reasons for that, you know, but anyway, I'm not going to dig all that up. Yeah, completed soul contract, Lover's card reversed. So now that doesn't intrinsically indicate whether there will or will not be another future outcome, but a future outcome between the two of you is not in the soul contract. That's not part of the plan. I can tell you that much. Let's see the second spread. This person's feelings, energies, and intentions. Justice reversed. Two of Wands. Now, I think this person is contemplating whether or not. Well, I mean, especially when you show somebody that you'll give them a second chance, they start to become more and more and more confident that they can come and go as they please. So if you give somebody a second chance and then you break it off again, usually they're pretty confident that, oh, okay, well, if I did it last time, I can probably do it again. So I do think that this individual does have you in their back pocket. Also, I feel like this is codependency as well. You know, I mean, why on earth would you get into a relationship with anyone if you're not over an ex? You know, like what? That doesn't make any sense. If you still love someone else, how can you get with someone else? It makes no sense. You know, it's codependency. This person doesn't know how to heal. So it's kind of like going to the bar and getting drunk because you're stressed out. So I'd give it about a 50% chance of a reconciliation attempt. Just because you already showed this person one time that you'll give them a second chance. So they're pretty confident that you'll do it again. But be careful. You already know what this person's about. Like I said, soul contract or not, 9 times out of 10, reconciliation attempts turn into repeat cycles. So just be careful with that. Completed contract.
She said, yeah, he definitely hid the ex thing for a while. I think he used me for comfort. Thanks. This is so helpful. I want my divine person, not more of this mess. Amen.
Well, that's when you put the intention out there that I'm going to either be with my person or no one, and learn how to identify who your person is not. Don't try to figure out who is your person. Just learn how to identify who is not your person. And you'll probably be turning quite a few people down, honestly. And then as soon as you're ready to just give up on it and say, fuck it, I don't care anymore, that's when you're going to meet your person. I have that course, How to Attract Your Life Partner. It breaks it all down.
Oh, yeah, I have that right here.
Breaks it all down.
All right. Next, we have the letter A. We have the letter A. I don't know. That sounds so funny. Next is A. Or next is the letter A. I don't know. I'm overthinking it.
A is for apple.
The next is the letter A for Aries, because they are an Aries.
No.
All right. What is going on with my ex, Cancer? He contacted me recently, then nothing. What is he doing? What is our soul contract?
I can't really tell you what he's doing.
He's laying on the couch watching TV.
And the number one energetic mismatch of the whole zodiac, Aries and Cancer. It goes Aries and Cancer, Aquarius and Taurus, Sagittarius and Gemini, Virgo and Pisces. Aries and Cancer being the number one. I've seen that more times than I've seen anything in my life and in my line of work. And it's always a shit show. Karmic wheel in the upright. Cleared and completed karmic cycle. So, I mean, so far it's kind of looking like this person is just playing around with you. Yeah. With the Seven of Cups right here, this person is definitely exploring other options. And like I mentioned this a lot, probably found himself at a place where all of his options dried. It's a male, right?
Mm-hmm.
Found himself at a place where his options dried up and is testing to see whether or not he really has you in his back pocket.
Yeah, it says he.
Let's dig up his feelings, energies, and intentions. So it's like one of those things where, you know, I'm just out looking for somebody, some random somebody. And if I start feeling like I may not have any options at all, I'm going to start picking and poking at you just to see where I stand with you. Just in case I can't find anybody else, I'm going to reel you in, you know? Hang on, let's see what the second spread says. Page of Swords, you already told me that. Ace of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, so this is a pretty intricate little game that he's playing. I think he'd really like to see if he can get you chasing after him. He's probably tried getting your attention several times, somehow, some way, and it didn't work. So he's going to play the good old, you know, throw bait in the pond and reach out and then pull back and see if you'll chase after him. This is a completed soul contract anyways, but he's just playing games. At the end of the day, that's what it comes down to. He's playing a little game with you. I wouldn't play back. When somebody shows you that they're playing with you, don't play back.
I'm drinking my Lando Norris Monster. It's good.
Those things are bomb. I guess that's probably a temporary thing. It's only going to be around for the F1 season.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's coming up next month. If anyone drinks Monsters, the Lando Norris one, it's good. It kind of tastes like the prickly pear. It doesn't say a flavor on it. I hate when they don't say a flavor and you're kind of like, well, it's a mystery. Lando Norris. Like, okay, what does Lando Norris taste like? I have no idea. I guess he tastes like a prickly pear. At least give some type of something. I was thinking maybe a lime because of the color. Because the color of his car, I think, is that color. I have no idea.
No idea.
No idea. Okay, so next we have Suzanne, who's a Taurus. What are the chances for me and Christian on this reconciliation after 2 years apart?
So are you already reconciling now? Am I looking at the chances of whether or not it's going to be attempted or whether or not an attempt that's already been made is going to be successful. First, we got to look at the soul contract. Oh, 4 of Wands reversed. Five of Cups, 8 of Cups reversed. Okay. So it is not a successfully completed soul contract. So you have that working for you. But the concern here is that is either of you bringing a new energy back to the connection? That's the concern. Because with the 10 of Wands there, at least one person is bringing the same energy back to this connection that they walked away from. And none of the energy from when the two of you were together was released at all. So that's going to make it very, very challenging. It's not going to take too long before things pick right back up and go right back to what they were. And you're just going to pick up where you left off. And then that's when we usually end up experiencing repeat cycles. Let me see this person's feelings, energies, and intentions. Karmic wheel. Knight of Swords, 5 of Swords, Death card. Yeah. So, I mean, the reason why reconciliation attempts always end up in a repeat cycle is not just because of soul contracts. Soul contract aside, all you have to have is 2 people willing to bring a new energy back to the connection. But the problem is that's so difficult to do, most people just don't do it. Most people just bring the exact same version of themselves back to the connection and basically try the same thing and expect a different result. And if you bring the same energy back to the connection, the primary law is the law of vibration. So that vibration is going to manifest a repeat cycle. So right now, it looks like the energy is still pretty consistent for the very most part with what it was the day you all parted ways. So I would be focusing on monitoring the energy to see if the 2 of you, now you can't make this person take a new energetic pathway. The only thing you can do is make sure that you're taking a new energetic pathway. And hopefully he follows suit. And if the 2 of you can do that and stay on that energetic pathway for a good 6 to 8 months, maybe a year, you can carve out a new timeline and write a post-birth contract. Or wait a minute, no, that one's not complete yet, is it? Yeah, never mind, scratch that. Then the 2 of you could shift to the higher timeline where a successful outcome is produced. It's possible.
All right, next we have Jay Blanc. Is that right? Is that how you say it? Blanc?
Yeah, I think so.
Who's a Gemini. My ex name is Dylan. His sign is Pisces. My question, will we be together again in this life?
Let's see the soul contract. Page of Pentacles. Moon reverse, 2 of Swords, 3 of Swords, 10 of Wands. I don't think this is a successfully completed soul contract. So that's a good thing. You do have that working for you. However, the challenging part is if this was not successfully completed, that means that the plan was a life partnership. When you come to anybody for any kind of reading, tarot, astrology, psychic, channeler, most of what's being read is what I like to call the default timeline, which means what we planned before we got here. That's 90% of why readers are so accurate, because what they're reading is what the plan was. Now, once you get off the default timeline, things are not happening according to plan. So that's where it gets a little bit trickier. And what you do is you have to read the energy in the current moment and come up with a good estimate as to how that energy is going to manifest. So that's what I'm going to have to do here. So according to this, the two of you shouldn't have separated to begin with. So let's get this person's feelings, energies, and intentions. Can't wait till I get my Christmas deck. I'll get that Monday. Sun reversed.
Are you gonna wait to use it?
Yeah. Okay. Well, all right. So this individual is very stuck in a victim mindset. Now, you do take up a lot of space in this person's head, a whole lot. But they're very, very defensive and very victim-minded, you know. And they don't really believe that it's possible that the two of you could have anything successful. But you do, like I said, you take up a lot of space in this person's head. And so I got to weigh things out here. Right now, it feels like this person's trying to fight against this. But it's not a completed soul contract. So it's really, really, really hard to say. It depends on how stubborn and hard-headed this person is. You are dealing with a male. We know that, are you a male? I don't know. Either way, we all know that men are a lot more stubborn and hard-headed in regards to ignoring their feelings than women are. So it depends on his ability to push through and ignore his feelings. And, you know, if he's got his logical mind running the show, which his logical mind is telling him there's no way it's ever going to work, as bad as this hurts, I'm letting logic lead the way, then he may not ever make an attempt to come back. But if it does get to a point where it gets too heavy for him to bear, then he might come back. I'd give it about, right now, it looks like about a 60% chance that he's probably not going to be coming back anytime soon.
They're a female. She's female. She's a female.
Okay. So, yeah, it's about a 60% chance he's not coming back anytime soon. But if it becomes too difficult for him to bear, which it very well may with this Lover's card, you know, because a life partnership contract is not something easy to walk away from. It's not just like you walk away from that and forget about it. It's going to weigh on him pretty heavily for quite some time. It just depends on how stubborn and hard-headed he is. So there's a chance.
Okay, next we have Lena, who's an Aquarius. Will I get a significant size grant or contract by the end of the year? Let me see if I can get any cards for you.
I guess there's really only one way I can read that.
The money card.
10 of Pentacles.
Oh,
it's reversed, though.
I have it reversed, but let's see what you get.
4 of Pentacles reversed. I don't know about by the end of the year. Now, a lot of people are going to be coming into money over the coming months and years between now and 2030. There's going to be a lot of money that gets redistributed. I don't know about the end of the year, though. I don't know about that. Not sure about that. Let me see what the second spread says. You got that too, right?
I got that. Just stay positive, and you're gonna be hanging out for a while. I guess I got the Hangman. I got the 10 of Pentacles reversed. So I don't think that it will be the end of the year, but it's saying to hold on a little bit longer. Just stay positive, like keep a positive mindset. That's what I got.
Yeah, that's the challenge when it comes to the abundance frequency, is being in that abundance frequency no matter what money looks like. That's the hard part. If you can master how to do that, then you can attract financial abundance. I got 10 of Pentacles reversed again.
No.
So,
that's not to say it's never going to happen.
Yeah,
just not by the end of the year.
Yeah.
Probably. 9
of Pentacles, 9 of Cups in the upright. Yeah. So I would probably give the same advice. The trick is to remain in an abundance frequency no matter what money looks like. And that's a lot harder than it sounds. That's really hard. Really, really hard. But that's the trick. And like I said, you're going to be coming into some abundance, in the coming months. Absolutely. I just don't know about by the end of the year. What I would do if I was you is I would play around with some manifestation techniques. Go to YouTube, type in how to manifest whatever. A big financial sum of money or whatever. And while you're doing it, just be in a playful mood like you don't care. Just have fun with it. And it's possible that you could slip into that zero gravity state and attract it a little bit sooner. Very possible. But right now, timeline-wise, it's still a little ways out. I would work on playing with some manifestation techniques.
And honestly, if you just give it up and I don't want to say that because I can mess it up for you. But by us telling you no, it's not going to happen, you will release it and it could come in because then you're no longer thinking about it and you've been thinking about it, which is manifesting.
Yeah.
And then once you're not thinking about it no more, you're oh, whatever, I guess it's not. It could come in. But
yeah, the trick is floating above it.
Yeah.
It's floating above that frequency and saying, I really don't care. Doesn't matter to me. I'm good. If it comes, it comes. If it don't, it don't. And when you completely lock all the way into that frequency, that's when doors start to open.
All right, next we have Linda, who is a Taurus, because it's Taurus Day. Why has my husband been so distant for the past year? Is there someone else? He has lost passion for the relationship, it feels like. We've been together 7 years. He's always so rude and negative.
Well, I mean,
Ooh.
I don't think that cheating is beneath him. I don't think that.
Ooh.
I think if he was able to, he probably would. I think there's at least somebody else he has an eye on, is what I would say. With the 7 of Swords there. What I'm trying to see is if the soul contract is complete. It's not telling me.
I have that card too. I have that he doesn't want to have a relationship and he wants to maybe look at other options.
Is wondering whether or not the grass is greener on the other side somewhere. Thinking about what other better options might be out there in the karmic wheel upright. So that would say a completed contract.
Oh.
So I don't know. Let me ask you this. Does he live a life where he could find himself in a situation where having someone else wouldn't be a difficult thing for him to pull off? Like, does he leave a lot? Does he go out of town or anything like that? If so, he might. I think he would if he could. 5 of Cups reversed. Fool card, Four of Swords. There we go. Karmic Wheel in the upright and the World card. I do think this is a completed contract. I think so. So this energy is probably going to continue to get heavier and heavier and heavier and heavier until the two of you part ways, probably. Yeah. So, yeah, if there isn't somebody else, I think that he would if he could. With that Seven of Swords energy, Seven of Cups. Completed contract. That's what happens when a contract is complete. The energy changes and it never changes back. So you can do one or two things. You can wait and hopefully see if the two of you can try to get back on a better energetic pathway, but you take the chance of having the universe intervene and kick the tower over. That's the chance you take when you wait. So, yeah.
Yikes, that's terrible. Okay, next is Lene, who's a Capricorn. I'm a Capricorn female in no contact with a Pisces male 12 years older than me. Should I move on?
Well, you should heal no matter what. Because the primary law is the law of vibration. The secondary law is the law of attraction. So it doesn't matter if you want to move forward and find somebody new or bring someone from the past back and give it another go. You still have to heal first. If you don't heal first, you'll repeat the same cycle. Devil card. I think that the universe is helping you dodge a bullet here. Ten of Swords. Seven of Cups. Tower card. Yeah. Yeah, but see here, like I said, no matter what the situation, the soul contract, or the scenario, healing would have to be done no matter what. You're not going to be able to, work around that. If you don't heal and you try to move forward and find somebody new, you're going to meet the same demon in a different skin suit and repeat the same cycle. If you don't heal and you try to bring someone from the past back, it's going to loop around and repeat the same cycle. But yes, Tower card and the Devil card, Ten of Swords. This is not somebody that serves your highest good being a part of your life. So, yeah, I would dedicate all of 2026 to nothing but healing if I was you. And then ask yourself how you feel about it. Have you ever noticed, isn't it interesting how people are always so hesitant to heal? Because deep down in the pit of your soul, healing feels final. Because you know at a real deep subconscious level that the more you heal, the less interested you will be in revisiting the past. But wouldn't you want to heal? Page of Wands reversed. I think this person's too immature to be the person you need them to be. Lover's card reversed. Do some healing. I would dedicate at least all of 2026 to healing. About halfway through 2026, ask yourself, how do I feel about this? And Tower card again. Anyway, what'd you get?
I think I just got like her energy of like going back and forth.
Yeah, those are healing cards right there.
Oh, this is a healing card?
Yeah, it's making peace with the past.
Oh.
Looking back on the past positively.
Like I got like the Hermit, so it's like you're kind of debating if you should just wait. And then I also got, what's that one? The Two of
Wands at Crossroads.
Yeah, but you want to, you should probably move on, but a part of you kind of is like holding back and waiting for some reason. And then I can't read the other cards. He said the rest. I'm still working on it.
Yes, absolutely heal, 100%.
So yeah,
but
heal.
Right now, this person is not in a vibrational state that would be something that would serve your highest good being a part of your life.
All right. So next we have Beth, who's Aquarius, who's an Aquarius. My ex had to break up with me last year because he is from old money and I am from new money. He has a new partner now. How does he feel about me? Who made him break up with you? That's crazy.
Because of old money and new money.
Yeah, do you not know what that means?
Not really. But it sounds like if somebody's going to leave you over something so petty like that, you don't need them in your life anyways.
Old money is like someone who's always had money, like their family is like always been very wealthy and they're it's just like runs in your family. New money is like someone who just came up and like now they are wealthy, but they didn't always have it.
So why would somebody break up with you because of that? That doesn't make
That's what I'm
sense.
wondering.
If somebody's going to leave you because of something like that, that
Yes.
sounds like somebody you don't need in your life anyways.
Yeah.
Eight of Pentacles reverse. Page of Cups reversed. Moon card. I don't know. It kind of feels like this person is trying to detach himself from that whole situation, like trying to run from it. A lot of people. Okay, so that especially people who are experiencing new money, it takes some people a while to understand that, like you can't just cover up your sadness. You know, those new money people, broke people are convinced that all they need is the right amount of money and then they're going to be happy. And then when they get money, they fall into this thing where now they're spending money on things to try to fill that void and make themselves happy, and it doesn't work. So that way of thinking extends out and branches out into other aspects of life, where all I need is a new relationship, and that's going to make me feel better, or this or that, or blah, blah, blah. So I think he's trying to distract himself from this and detach himself from this and just cover it all up and bury it, if that makes sense. What you got there? King of Pentacles.
Was that like the dad or like the family?
No, that's the Emperor.
This? King
Yeah,
of Pentacles?
that's the King of Pentacles.
The dad is the Emperor?
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, it
I don't
could
know.
be looked at as a, you could look at it like that, depending on how it hits you and how it feels.
I mean, I guess it's just kind of like, is that like the sneaky one?
Is it which one?
The sneaky card?
It's one of them, yeah. That's the Five of Swords. That's play dirty. Like, I'll play dirty. I'm sneaky. I'll fuck you over. It's defeat at all costs. I'm going to get what I want. I don't care what I have to do to get it.
I feel like that is not really him. I feel like it has to do with whatever the reason why that you guys had to break up. But I don't know why you guys had to break up. But I'm feeling like it's someone else's energy. I don't feel like it's his.
Yeah. Well, I don't really know any other way of explaining it other than he's making a very strong concerted effort to try to forget about this, bury it, stuff it away, push it away, forget about it. Just like what people with new money do, you know, they buy things to try to make themselves happy.
He's from old money.
Oh, he's from old money?
He's from old money.
Oh, okay. Well, either way, that's still the silliest reason to, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But regardless, that I think this person, he's trying to bury it, stuff it away, forget about it, like it never happened for some reason. So now if we take a look at it, obviously, if you have to make a strong concerted effort to try to forget about somebody, that means that you take up some kind of space in his head. So right now, though, he's trying to pretty much forget about it, if that makes sense. So that makes reading how he actually feels very difficult and challenging because you obviously take up some kind of space in his head. So it's hard to say. I don't even know how to put the words behind that. I mean, I understand what the energy is because I've been there and I've done that. I just don't really know how to put words to it. When, you know, every time a thought pops up in your head, you go, and you bury it and forget about it and try to distract yourself from it. That's kind of the energy here. So, yeah. And like she indicated, I kind of have a funny feeling too. The whole money thing, I doubt that's the reason. That may have been, I mean, did he tell you that was the reason? Did he tell you that? If he did, he probably used that as an excuse. And that is probably like maybe 10 to 20% of the reason, where, you know, the other 80 to 90% of the reason is something completely different. But yeah, he's kind of trying to forget about it, basically.
All right, the next person here is Electromagnetic, who is an Aries. How will my finances be in the next 3 to 6 months? I'm looking forward to getting a new job and the ancestral property that is currently under legal processing. I don't know what any of that means. Do you know what that means?
No.
Oh, they want to get some property. Oh, I get it. Well, I don't know what legal processing means, but I can kind of understand what you're asking.
Page of Cups.
Oh, hello. You are in the chat. Okay. Good.
Well, so this is really, really tricky because when it comes to talking about how your finances are going, that's really, really subjective. Because, okay, like say, for example, one person wants a $10,000 a year annual increase, and that would make them really, really happy. There's other people that wouldn't even notice a $10,000 a year annual increase. I don't know if I see a big enough increase to make a noticeable change in your life in the next 3 months. I do think that financial growth and gain is on the horizon for you. But in 3 months, it's hard to say whether or not that is going to happen in such a way that makes a really, really, really notable and noticeable difference in your life. So, you know what? Like I tell everybody, play with some manifestation techniques. That's never failed me. Ever. Now, you know that I primarily specialize in the science behind how manifestation works. I'm not going to dig all that up, though, for something small like an A-type manifestation. With an A-type manifestation, I would recommend play around with some little manifestation techniques and just play with it and have fun with it. Sometimes it happens quickly. Sometimes it can take several months, but it's never failed me. Ever. Ever, ever. Let's see what the second spread says. Queen of Wands. Judgment reversed. Eight of Cups reversed. Yeah, I'm seeing, for the most part, a financial plateau right now for the next 3 months.
Oh, she says, right now I'm not employed. Right now, job hunting.
Okay. Yeah, right now I'm seeing a little bit of a plateau. So what I would do is I would play with manifesting it. Like as soon as you're done clicking off this right here, go to YouTube and type in how to manifest a job opportunity or whatever, you know, and just run through thousands of videos will pop up. Just run through and play with them and just say, you know what? I'm going to find a fucking job opportunity in the next 3 months and I'm going to manifest this shit.
Manifest.
Yeah. And that's when you go out and hunt for a job. And every day, what I do is I'll either pick my favorite one or I'll try a new little technique every day. It's fun, dude. I have a lot of fun with it. I don't care if you have to count the prayer beads while you're saying affirmations to the Hindu goddess Lakshmi, or lighting a candle and doing a little spell, or whatever you got to do. And it's never failed me.
Is there potential for what? For a job? Do you have a kid by chance? Like, are you a mom right now? Because if you are, and you have a little one or little ones, I got that right now is like you're supposed to be focusing on them right now. I don't know if that's accurate or not, but that's the Empress that I got.
Yeah.
Or I don't know, is that what that is? It's like
it can be. Yeah.
I feel like you don't have any kids.
Maybe there's kids in the future. You never know.
The Empress.
It's also long-term stability.
That's what that card means?
That's one
I'm
of the
learning,
meanings.
sorry.
It's one of the meanings.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm just gonna put all these cards away.
But yeah, stay at it, keep at it, and play with some manifestation techniques. I'm telling you, that at the very least can speed up the process. At the very, very least. Where if you stay on the timeline you're on right now, maybe it would happen in like 4 or 5 months. You could make it happen in 3 or 4 months. Play with some manifestation techniques.
This one keeps flying out.
Yeah.
But I would just listen to him on this one. I can't always read for everybody, but I try when I can. But I'm just not really getting a clear message on that one.
You'll get it.
Yeah. I'll tell you guys too, like if I don't really know, I'm gonna tell you. Because I know you guys are here for him, not me. But if I could help give a little bonus, I'm gonna do that for you guys. Okay, next is for Anonymous, who's a Cancer. I left my ex in July and now I'm going through family court. Can you read the energy of what's going to happen? He's a Saggy. I'm done with him.
I mean, like, happen in regards to what? Like, what? Is it a custody battle?
I think that's what family court is.
So are you wondering who's going to get custody of the kids? Let me look at the soul contract. Okay. Well, I don't really think this is even part of the plan right now. I don't think so. I don't really think that you all are even supposed to be doing this. So it's going to be difficult to say what's going to happen when this isn't really supposed to be happening right now. But also, I don't know what you mean by what's going to happen. I need to know, like, what. I don't even know what could happen. Is it custody or? I'll have to keep it really, really general without having a clue what the options are, things that could happen. Nine of Pentacles, Seven of Swords. It's going to be a pain in the ass. I do think that it is going to be a pain in the ass with this individual doing everything that they can to put up a fight. Yeah, this person's not going down without a fight and is definitely going to make things difficult and challenging. But, I mean, at the end of the day, as long as you stand tall and stand strong in integrity and truth, eventually things are going to work out for you. Eventually. Eventually, there may go through periods where it looks like things aren't working out for you. But as long as you know where your heart is and you know what your intentions are and you're standing tall and standing strong in truth and integrity, eventually things will work out for you. But the only thing I can really tell you without really knowing what's going on here is that this individual is going to put up a fight, probably going to tell a lot of lies, you know, and there's going to be a lot of alleged he said, she said shit. And the only thing I can tell you is stand tall and stand strong. And as long as you know that your heart's in the right place, you know your intentions are in the right place, no matter what happens, trust the universe. Trust the process. Trust the process doesn't mean be lazy and don't do nothing. It means try your best. And if you tried your best and it still didn't work out the way you wanted it to, trust the universe is doing that for a reason. And the tables will turn.
Oh. Now that fan is making noise. The fan, it's like once it's on one setting for a while, it starts like
Well, it's been doing that since before we started.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was sitting there going to the beat of it earlier.
Are you going to make a song out of it?
No.
Oh, okay. I wanted to see if... Oh, okay. That's a lot. I have to go to the bathroom real quick. So okay. I will BRB. There's somebody from part 1 who wrote back for more information on their question, so I need to add that one too before I forget.
Noogie doogie.
Okay, BRB.
All right. Oh, I'm still in the middle of halfway waking up, y'all. This is the only time, doing these live readings that you'll see me get on camera before I'm all the way woke up. Usually I make it a real strong point to make sure that I'm 100% rested and 100% energized before I get on camera and read. And that's another reason why, and one of the many, many reasons why we're stepping back and taking a break now. It's been fun, but we're going back to the way it was pre-2025. So I just can't believe we've been doing this since fucking February, dude. That's insane. Almost all year. The better part of the year. Well, let's see, February to October. So January. Yeah, 75% of the year. That's crazy. That's insane, man. Actually, more than 75% of the year. Going close to 80% of the year because we're more than halfway through the month now. Anyway, though, y'all looking forward to the holidays? It's crazy because it doesn't even feel like it should be holiday time yet. 2025 flew by so fucking fast. It's insane.
Okay. All right. So next we have Shirt and Sweet 071, who's an Aquarius. Will my ex and I ever make amends and on our way back to each other and have the relationship we were meant to have?
Well, are you sure that you were meant to have something that other than what happened? Are you 100% sure that things did not work out perfectly according to plan? That's what I got to look at first. I got to look at the soul contract. We're going to find out what was meant to happen. Hierophant. Yeah, so this was actually a major life lesson with the Hierophant here. 3 of Pentacles, Magician reverse, Tower card. Yeah, I had a feeling that this is a completed contract. Now, that doesn't mean that you can't come back together and write a new contract. That's possible. But boy, it takes a lot of work. I've only seen it pulled off successfully one time in my whole career. But it is possible. But as far as what was meant to happen, everything happened the way it was supposed to. This came jam-packed with a very, very important life lesson that if you integrate it into your path and integrate all the knowledge and the wisdom that this relationship gave you, it will turn you into a different version of you, and it will allow you to attract someone into your life that will make you look back on this person and laugh. Let's see what the second spray says. Let me look at this person's feelings, energies, and intentions. Three of Swords. So I think this person's still holding on to some bitterness, some anger, some resentment. With the Ten of Wands, King of Swords reverse, Three of Swords. I don't know what happened. I don't know what pulled the two of you apart, but this person is still very defensive, very angry, and just all in all, just not happy with the whole situation. And it's very, very, very guarded. So, yeah, that decreases the chances of, the two of you being able to rewrite a new contract, because the two of you would have to be able to come together, release all of that old energy, and wipe the slate clean and carve out a new timeline. And if both of you were dedicated enough to put that call out and back it up with action and push through for a good 6 months to a year, you would put that call out there and the universe would have no choice but to respond and clear your path, forego any other contracts, missions, and assignments, and the two of you could rewrite a new contract and build a life partnership. It's just really, 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 really hard work that you have to have two people on the same page at the same time working towards the same goal. It's kind of like saying, is it possible for a 300-pound man to run a marathon? Yes, it's possible. Do you know who David Goggins is? He was 300 pounds. Last weekend, he just ran the Moab 240, a 240-mile ultra marathon. And so it's possible. But when it comes to rewriting a new contract, we're not just talking about one 300-pound person training to run a marathon. We're talking about two 300-pound people willing to come together as a team and both train together to run a marathon together as a team. It's possible, but to get two people that dedicated to work towards something is incredibly difficult. So, yeah.
Are we done?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, next is next is for U1984S, who's a Cancer. Any new love relationship coming in for me? If so, how can they help me in this life?
What do you mean, how can they help you? I don't understand what that means.
I'm not sure. But we can see if anything new is coming in.
Yeah. I'd kind of like to know how long you've been single if you're in the chat. The first thing that I'm going to look at is the status of your last major soul contract. I don't know how long ago it was, but I'm going to look at the status of it to see if it was completed successfully. Ooh, Tower card.
What's the card I got? That was my first card.
Empress reversed. Okay, so not only was it completed successfully, but it went on a little bit longer than it should have. So the separation was divine intervention. Now, that has still created a little bit of a karmic tie where there's still a significant amount of that energy that you haven't released. Now, again, I don't know how long ago this was. If this was a long time ago, so long ago that you've forgotten about it, that's not good, because you see lots and lots and lots and lots of people walking around who have been single for years and years and years, and they're carrying the weight of their last soul contract on their shoulders, and it's been so long they don't even realize it. So, okay. Let's see, I guess what's due to come in next.
She said, aid or improve, balance with me. That's what she means by how can they help?
Well, I mean,
when the aid or improve.
When you're a vibrational match to your divine life partner, the two of you, the only real way to actually help somebody is to trigger their weaknesses. When two divine life partners come together, they trigger each other's weaknesses. And the worst parts of you come to the surface, so you're forced to deal with it. So it requires a lot of emotional independence. Let me see what the next spread says. Ace of Cups reversed.
And plus, if you're looking for a relationship to like improve your life, you will be very disappointed.
Yeah.
Because that's not why you should, because they're going to disappoint you at some point. You know what I mean? That's why you have to be really okay inside, like provide your own happiness and improve your own life. And then, you know, or else that's just not fair to expect somebody else to kind of do that for you.
Yeah.
And I mean that in the most respectful way. So,
yeah, that's the key to building a life partnership with a divine life partner. That's the key to it. So right now, though, the next person due to come in is vibrating at a different frequency. I do think that a life partner is all that's due, but there is a blockage. I don't know how long ago your last relationship came to an end, but a lot of that energy has not been released. And basically, you're still vibrating at the same frequency that you were vibrating at when you attracted and parted ways with whoever that was. Like I said, hopefully you're consciously aware of what I mean when I say that. If you're not, if you're one of these people that was so long ago that you've forgotten about it, then it's really, really, really hard to dig it back up and process through it. Really hard. But yeah, there's nothing, you don't have anything big and major as far as miscellaneous contracts like karma or anything like that. A life partner is all that's really due. So yeah, without really knowing a lot of other details about your situation, I can't say too much more than that. But you got something?
all I got was I think it was your last relationship ended really badly, and that's like the Tower card. And then the Hangman's like you're just kind of like waiting around for something new, and like, or I don't know, you're just kind of in limbo right now, which is basically everything that you said. Like,
And the Moon card is a period of gestation and change.
oh,
So
then you're sitting around waiting for that new person to come in.
Yeah, well, the next person is going to demand a different version of you. So, and yeah, I mean, there are ways. I mean, when you're with your actual person, the way that they help improve your life is not what you would think. In order to bring out the best in each other, you have to bring out the worst in each other. I know that sounds kind of counterintuitive, but they will trigger your weaknesses. They will trigger your deepest vulnerabilities and force that shit to come up to the surface so that you have to deal with it. It's like I either deal with this or, you know, sabotage my life. And if that makes any sense. So, like, and when you go to the gym and work out, you have to dig down at your weaknesses and, you know, really dig down at your weaknesses and push to failure in order to get stronger and better. So, yeah. But like she said, yeah, don't ever expect a relationship to improve your life. That's not the way it works at all.
All right, next we have Posh, who's a Taurus. It says, wanting to know about the current connection building with the Gemini. Known for a few months only, professional kinda at first, unexpectedly drawn a little closer together, circumstantially. Yeah, because he showed up as a divine masculine on the face of injustice. We began after about a month exploring intimate connection, very, very passionate and steamy. Oh, hey. He is very respectful of my and their own boundaries, but it's clear there's definite magnetism between us. He works a lot and hard. I like his self-discipline and being the nurturing treat. We have emotional depth, even when more casual. However, we had discussed that both of us are not trying to date as we're building or trying to master sustaining our routines and balance, but both open to dating if a long time compatibility and trust built with the connection. I feel that he's teaching me what I want in a partner, but I think I might actually really like him and want to see what it would be like as a partner. I'm being patient and feel good with the pace usually. Occasionally, I am wanting a little more, but not from other prospectors. I'm thinking I like him, just wanting to know if the intentions are authentically aligned, and if so, how to approach the connection for highest good and pace of both.
Well, I don't really need a tarot card to tell you that if the two of you have come to that agreement, you're approaching the situation the best way that you could. Because if that's the agreement, then you stick to it. Period. There's no different approach that you should take. But before I look at energies and intentions, I want to look at the soul contract. I want to see if this is going according to plan or if it's not. Ooh, past life karma. And the karma has not been cleared. Okay, Lover's card reversed. No, I don't really think it's supposed to be going down like this. I don't think so. I think this is what I would like to call a karmic life partnership. So when I say karmic contract, that means unfinished from a past life. And, you know, the million-dollar question is, what was the contract in the last lifetime? Most of the time, it doesn't tell me. Sometimes it does. And in this one, I think it was a life partnership contract, meaning it's a karmic contract and the contract was life partnership. So it's not really supposed to be going down like this. I think it was supposed to already be a relationship. So that's where it gets tricky and slippery and dicey, because it's not supposed to be going like this. And I don't know if you can tell or not. I don't know if you can feel it or not. But tension, I think, is slowly starting to build. I think tension is slowly starting to build. And if it keeps dragging on like this, it's going to start building fast. I think you might notice in the coming months that if it stays on the same energetic pathway, that it's moving faster and faster and faster and faster. It's going to build really, really fast. And it could lead to some drama popping off between the two of you. Guess I'll see what the second spread says. Plus Taurus and Gemini. Extremely challenging energetic combination. I could almost guarantee you that there's a whole other side of this person that you don't know. I never promise or guarantee anything, but I would feel safe betting that. Yeah, Two of Wands. So this person, I think, is afraid of taking a new timeline, with anyone. Kind of feel like he would rather remain single. He's afraid of that unknown timeline. I don't think he really knows what he wants. That's the only, with the Two of Wands, Ace of Cups reversed, Page of Cups upright. That's the only thing I can really say is that he doesn't really know what he wants. And like I said, I mean, if that was the agreement, then you're doing the best thing that you can do. The only thing that I could recommend is you pay really close attention to your energy, because tension is slowly starting to build. I don't know if you feel it yet or not, but it is. And at some point, as you're feeling the tension start to build a little bit more, I would be getting in there and, asking the question as to, okay, so where's this going? Because this is the type of situation that if you let it string on, he's going to let it string on. This could string on for a year, 2 years, 5 years like this. It doesn't take long to see what somebody wants. And if both of you are still agreeing to be this kind of lingering in the limbo type of situation, it's not going to take long before a pattern locks in. And that's just the energetic pathway you're taking. And it's just going to keep looping around in that cycle. So I would set a time frame. I don't know, a month or something like that, 2 months, whatever feels right to you. And as you start to feel the tension increasing, be kind of putting it out there that, I think this is what I'd like to do, and see how he responds to it. But like I said, I think as far as who this person is, you got a lot of learning to do. I think there's a whole other side of this person that you don't know. So, yeah, be careful. Don't let it string on too much longer like this. There's uncleared karma here, and there's still an open window of opportunity.
All right, so we have 2 more left. This is last call. You guys want to get on our list, because after this, I don't know when we're going to be coming on here again, and we're not doing a part 3. So this is it. Next, we have Anon, who is a Gemini. I'm still not over her. Is she over me? We had a deep connection once. It was intense. Feel like we are still tied after years. Holy cannoli, guacamole.
Have you been with anybody else since her? I got to look and see if the contract is complete first. Oh, 7 of Cups, yeah. 10 of Wands reversed. Magician. Okay, it's not even telling me about the contract. It is telling me, though, that she has not allowed to spy on the details of somebody's life, but she has engaged herself in enough connections with different people over this period of time to bury that and stuff it away and not really think much about it, not really acknowledge it. Death card reverse, not completed successfully. Okay. All right. I think when it all comes down to it, the thought of that connection just kind of scares her and makes her nervous. So she does what she can to try to avoid it and not think about it. You say all these years, so I would imagine, she's not just been sitting around single all these years. I do not think so. If so, I think she's dated around a little bit. But yeah, I think that the thought of this connection makes her nervous and scares her. Something about it makes her feel uneasy. I don't know what happened or what separated the two of you, but I think she's done, what she can to try to distract herself from it. I don't know Is she known to play around with substances like drinking or drugging? If not, maybe that's just sex connections. But there is a karmic tie here. I think there is a karmic tie. So, I mean, it depends on what you mean by is she over you? On a conscious level, I think so. Because she's had to make such a strong concerted effort to forget about it on a conscious level. Devil card again. On an unconscious level, though, I think that she still feels a real strong karmic tie. But she doesn't give herself permission to consciously focus on it. And with the devil card coming out twice in a row, it would probably surprise you to realize that she wouldn't really serve your highest good being a part of your life. This is a classic example of a situation where I think reconnecting with somebody could do you a lot of good, depending on if you are able to put your head above water and get plenty of air so you can think straight and look at a situation for what it is. If you could reconnect with her and just look at her and the whole situation from a non-biased perspective, you would probably see that she's not somebody that you need in your life anyways. Maybe try shooting her a closure message. Maybe try reaching out. And then, if the two of you do end up reconnecting, that could either turn into closure or a reconciliation attempt, which I would say be careful on that. But it would more than likely end in closure, because you'd probably let go by default if you and her reconnected, because it wouldn't be what you're thinking it is. A lot has changed and not for the better.
All right, last one we have, unless one comes in while we're reading it, is Millie. Who's an Aquarius. Says X ended things in early June 2024. Do you think he'd ever reach out to clear the air? Context. He's a Leo. I went full no contact after I found out he was seeing other people. He doesn't know I found out. I know there's no going back for me, but I also wonder if he'd ever reach out again for some reason. He randomly comes to mind.
Queen of Swords reversed. If it's been that long, I don't know. King of Wands reversed. Knight of Swords, Ace of Swords reversed. It don't look like it. Seven of Cups, Seven of Swords. So I'm not allowed to spy on the close personal details of somebody else's personal private life. But you're probably not the only one wondering if he's going to reach out. I think he's a sneaky, deceitful, lying sack of shit who doesn't really care about anybody but himself.
Wow.
So probably not, honestly. Not anytime soon. If it was to happen, people who embody this energy, that would usually have to be way, way, way later on down the line after their game has caught up to them. And, they're put in that place where they're having to look back on all the dumbass shit that they did. But it's not looking like it anytime soon. Let's see what the second spread says. Queen of Swords again. In a situation like this, you know what's best for you to get the closure. Let him know that you know. And I think... But
if he's a sack of shit, then he wouldn't care.
Doesn't matter. Clearing the air is for frequency and vibrational purposes only.
I know your deepest, darkest
secrets.
So
when you reach out, get closure, lay it all on the table. I just want to let you know I'm clearing the air. I want to tell you why I left. I left because of this. And I was upset. Now I'm cool. And I just want to straighten everything out with you. The thing about being awake and being more spiritually inclined is a lot of times it puts more responsibility on your shoulders, you know, and it doesn't seem fair a lot of the times, but it just be like that. If you're more spiritually inclined and you're a little bit more energetically aware and awake, sometimes it's up to you to play with the situation and affect things vibrationally. So, yeah, I mean, the fact that he keeps coming to mind and you're wondering if he's going to reach out, that is a clear indication that you haven't released it and closed it out yet. So this might be something, honestly, that you're probably going to have to reach out and close out if you can't figure out how to do it in here.
All right, so we have another one that came in. All right, this is for Cosmo.
Cosmo.
Who's a Gemini. It says, will my ex reach out and do they still have feelings for me? They are in a relationship. I had relationships too, but we stalk each other.
That's two questions. Well, I mean, that's not good.
I like how you just owned it. Yeah, we stalk each other. It's cool. Like, it's just so casual.
So he's the type of person that would stalk his ex while in a relationship. Do you want to be in a relationship with somebody like that? You're the type of person that would stalk your ex. It sounds like a scary mixture.
A scary mixture.
Yeah, that's a scary, risky mixture there.
Well, that would mean that they both still like each other.
Two people who would still stalk their exes while in relationships. So let's see. I mean, honestly, I kind of feel like this individual is mainly just being nosy. I think so. Being nosy is shit.
That's the whole point of stalking, is because you're nosy, though.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying as far as the feelings.
Yeah.
Because I'm only answering one question, and that's the person's feelings, energies, and intentions. This person knows what they would say if you was to show up in their inbox. And I'm not 100% convinced that it would be the friendliest thing in the world.
Oof.
Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. But I think this person's mainly just being nosy. Just out of curiosity. Just checking to see if... Usually, most of the time when an ex stalks you, the underlying thought is, has something bad happened to you yet? Most of the time. Do you think an ex is going to want to see you doing better? Very rarely. Very rarely. Very, very rarely. Knight of Wands. Even if the two of you did end up coming back together, it would be temporary. Knight of Wands energy here. This person doesn't know how to commit. If they knew how to commit, first of all, the two of you wouldn't have separated. Second of all, they wouldn't be stalking you while they're in a relationship. I think this person's just being nosy. So it's hard to say. It's really hard to say. I don't think it looks like they're reaching out anytime soon. It doesn't look like that's in their list of plans. They're just being nosy. It could happen, I guess. I mean, there is still a karmic tie there. There is still some energy that's holding the two of you together. So that energy could manifest one of these days. And if it does, I would just say be very, very careful.
I'm feeling like hit it and quit it vibes from him.
Yeah.
If it was to come back.
Yeah.
Those are the vibes I'm feeling.
Yeah. So,
it's a shame.
I can't say a whole lot more about that because that would trail off into a whole big personal reading. But yeah, just being nosy.
All right, well, that is it. Thank you guys so much. This has been a crazy year, nonstop, every weekend doing this, and you guys show up. I know we have a couple of you guys who just tune in just to listen, and you guys are awesome, and we love you guys so much. And yeah,
been fun. So I'm gonna maybe see if I can rest up and get a little bit more main channel done tonight. But yeah, tomorrow's my off day. So I'll be seeing you all Monday either way.
All right, you guys, take care. Bye.